I'll point out that I didn't wear a Christmas hat, I wore a Grinch hat. So Christy made me do that as well. I'd like to start off by wishing the residents, the councillors and the staff and our visitors here today a very happy and prosperous 2025. It hasn't started off that prosperous with the floodwaters and stuff coming into the region, but we'll get that sorted. Over the last 6 weeks, our region has seen a lot of damage to our road network and property damage to private residences, including driveways and accesses. Council's priorities are to get the roads that are shut completely repaired first, and then work through the list of the 800 defects on a list of over 100 roads. And that was only updated a week ago, so I'd say that list has grown since the guys have got around to some of the other areas. And that's just to get us back to where we were prior to the event. So I believe that we were making headway into the road repairs, and people could see a lot of difference in the roads in the region. And we were finally starting to get to that point where we could start bettering the roads rather than just maintaining them. So now we've hit that. We've been hit again and taken back down to a level where we've got to start bringing it back up again. So it's going to take some time. And I just ask that everyone be patient with that repair process, because there are certain regulations that we have to follow, and there's certain rules that with the funding that we get for the from QRA on how we have to do things. So just be patient. I know as the Division 5 councillor, we cop a fair flogging from the public, and I believe the other councillors do as well. But there are rules that we have to follow, and we will get there. Over the Christmas shutdown period, staff were returned to work. They were called away from their families, so I'd like to acknowledge those guys. I was driving around out in the back roads, out the back of Cushioning early one morning, and bumped into our general manager on the side of the road. He wasn't looking for a lift, he was actually just inspecting the roads, and he got out there early and was checking things out. So it was good to see that, and he was actually on holiday, so I was surprised to see him. Also during that time, the time of the water over the roads and stuff, I witnessed people who were not familiar with the area driving through floodwaters. One of those cars, it was up above the top of the wheel line, and we put the lady on the bull bar of the car to get her out of the car, and the car, we hooked it up and pulled it out, but it was, the next crossing was 1.2 metres deep, and she was still going to drive through that water because she just had in her mind she had to get somewhere, and she was going. So it was, I just re-urge people during floodwaters, and that stuff rose really quick. There was areas that I've never seen water over the road before, and it was 600 mil over the road, so, and that was on top of a hill. So I just urge people, just don't drive through floodwaters, especially if you don't know the area. They put, one of those cars also had children in, which we got out as well, so it also puts your children at risk, and then the rescuers coming in to get them out. So it's said for a reason, don't drive through floodwaters, and I urge people to listen to that. The Mergen Bush Christmas event was cancelled due to the wet weather and the grounds at the showgrounds, which we didn't want to chop up, so we cancelled that event and postponed it to a later date. The committee continued with, in the main street, because the Christmas trees were purchased and we wanted to still run the event of the decorations of the Christmas trees. 10 trees were put into the event, and we had the schools and local community groups decorate the trees with handmade Christmas decorations. That event raised $6,000. So each tree was decorated by that community group, whatever they were auctioned off at, went to that group. And the Mergen RSL Club also donated $500 per tree to each community group. So that was, thank you for the RSL as well for that. As we approach the 26th of January, I wish all our nominees for Australia Day Awards the best of luck. and it is only the nomination that is recognised. There can only be one winner, and I just want to point out that anyone that was nominated is worthy of those awards, but best of luck to all the nominees. Over the Christmas New Year break, both Boondooma Dam and BP Dam attracted many visitors, even with the rain, and there was plenty of that during that time. We had plenty of wet tents and wet swags and stuff, but people seemed to enjoy it, and they continued to come for skiing and family events and attempting to catch redclaw and fish, with the dam overflowing by 1.2 metres over the spillway. There wasn't many fish to be caught. I'm looking forward to 2025 and working with this group of councillors, the Mayor, CEO, Executive Services and staff, and to see what we can do to work with the residents of the South Bennett Regional Council to try and make 2025 the best year on record. Thank you.